Conference play officially kicks off this weekend, headlined by a top 25 matchup as Idaho heads to UC Davis for our game of the week. Welcome to This Week in Big Sky Football.
3, 2, 1, go!
Hello and welcome to This Week in Big Sky Football. I'm your host, Megan Robinson. Idaho's defense has found ways to make the big plays in the big moments. Will they find a way to stop the reigning Offensive Player of the Year in the Big Sky, Lan Larison? The top 25 matchup between the Vandals and the UC Davis Aggies is our game of the week. It's also the FCS Stats Perform National Game of the Week. Joining me now is UC Davis's first-year head coach, Tim Plow. Coach, thanks so much for joining me. 4 games into your first season as head coach of your alma mater, UC Davis. How would you assess the non-conference portion of your season?
I think it could kind of go on two sides. Obviously we're thrilled to be 3-1 and to be in a position where we feel like we can compete for a conference championship and possibly a playoff spot. And the fight of our team to figure out ways to win games has been really cool. And then the other side is just we really haven't played our best football yet. And as frustrating as that might be, that also makes us feel good about the fact that, if we can find ways to win when we're not playing our best, how good can we really be?
You said you haven't played your best football yet. However, you are riding a 3-game win streak into this top 25 matchup with Idaho. What does that do for everyone's confidence entering Saturday's game?
Yeah, I think our guys know that they're a good team, but I also think they're still gelling and figuring out, what type of team they're going to be. The confidence they have is I think they know that they can fight and they can compete with anybody. It also lets you know, if we just put a little bit more work into this, if we just focus a little bit more, look how much better we can still get. Now you're playing one of the best teams in the country. And for us to, beat a team like that, we can't hold back. We got to play our best.
Lan Larison ran for 120 yards, accounted for 3 total touchdowns in last week's win. What does he bring to your offense?
Yeah, he's like the queen on the chessboard, you would say, right? Like he's the guy, the piece that you can move around that can always kind of get you out of trouble and make things happen. He's just a tremendous player with a lot of different skills. He's made 2 catches in the first 4 weeks that I've really never seen anybody make in my time at Davis. So he's as good of a receiver as he is a running back. He's also a great pass protector. He's our leader. He's our captain, and we kind of go as Lan goes. And hopefully, there's a lot of attention on him. Maybe that can get some other guys going in the offense as well. But it's going to run through Lan. Everything we'll find unique ways to get him the ball every week. And when we can get him the ball a lot, usually that helps us.
A lot of attention on Lan. And of course, that matchup with that stout Vandals defense. They have forced a lot of turnovers, come up with a lot of big plays and big moments. What is the key to exploiting and penetrating that defensive line?
I was hoping you were going to give me the answer to that. These guys are just fantastic, really fun to watch on film, as terrifying as they are to go against. What a great unit and what a great defense top to bottom. Obviously, the D-line deserves a lot of the focus. Number 1 and number 52, those 2 guys up front. If there's anybody better in FCS, I would be surprised. Those guys are tremendous players, but they're 6, 7 deep on the D-line. Their linebackers are physical. The secondary is really well organized. They deserve all the recognition and all the hype and all the rankings. It is well earned. We are going to have to do a tremendous job on offense to even get first downs and move the chains on guys like this.
That Idaho defense has 13 sacks already this season. What's your message to your offensive line for this weekend?
Well, the best thing we can do is try to run the ball well and not be in these passing situations. They really make their hay on the obvious pass downs, which is what great D-line rushers are going to do. If it's 3rd and long, 2nd and long, and everyone in the stadium knows you're going to throw it, then these guys are going to get after it and really get off on the ball and make some plays. So we got to stay ahead of the chains. We got to keep them off balance with our formations. And that's a fun challenge for us offensively. And then you also want to challenge your offensive line, like, hey, these guys are getting a lot of hype as it's well deserved. Let's push ourselves to see how good we can be and see if we can block these guys and make something happen. we'll obviously have a good plan, hopefully, to take care of that, and also challenge our guys like, all right, let's go see how good we can be.
Hear from head coach of the Idaho Vandals, Jason Eck, next on This Week in Big Sky Football. Welcome back to This Week in Big Sky Football. I'm Megan Robinson, joined now by the head coach of Idaho Vandals, Jason Eck. Coach, your offense had their best performance of the season in that win over Abilene Christian. Jack Wagner threw for 253 yards, 2 touchdowns. How would you assess Wagner's growth over the first 4 weeks of the year?
Very proud of how he's doing for us. I think he's getting better every week. We were really aggressive throwing it last week early because we thought that was, our best advantage against Abilene Christian. I think he did a nice job. We created a lot of explosive plays through the air, and he's not turning the ball over, which is something you always worry about with a young quarterback. So to get through 3 starts with no turnovers, very proud of him for that.
Jack's not turning the ball over. On the flip side, your defense is forcing a lot of turnovers. 3 of those last weekend, one of which came in the final seconds to clinch that victory. Why are they able to consistently make the big time plays in the big time moments?
I think we have a great defense, and I think they rise to the challenge. And that was something I challenged them, because even though we played really well against Albany, we only created 1 turnover. So that was a big point of emphasis, and they certainly answered the call, getting 3 big turnovers, and none bigger than the last one to ice the game there at the end. So I think our defense is doing a tremendous job. We're playing a lot of guys. Coach Jackson's doing a great job coordinating it, and we're playing really, really hard on defense, which I'm very proud of.
Coach, looking ahead to this weekend, first Big Sky game of the season. It will be your 3rd top 25 matchup in a row. UC Davis, of course, led by Offensive Player of the Year last season, Lan Larison. How do you slow him down?
He's a great player, and it's tough to key on him because he's very good not only running the ball, but he's great in the passing game. He's had some explosive plays getting out of the backfield. So you got to know where he is. You got to account for him. You got to make sure we have all of our coverage rules. If you have a blitz, you got to make sure you know who's got to cover him on the blitz when it changes. And just a tremendous player. And he's from the state of Idaho, so that kind of sticks in my craw a little bit that he's an Idaho guy playing against us for a different team in the conference. But he's a heck of a player, and he'll be a great challenge for us to stop this week.
How will this matchup with UC Davis help set the tone for the rest of the Big Sky Conference season?
Well, I think I told the team that earlier this week that, what we've done so far has been great, to set you up for playoff contention. But, this is totally different now. And we've gone a long time. The last conference championship at the University of Idaho is 1998. And, the speed, I think, picks up a little bit in these games. You're familiar with these teams. We played against a lot of these guys 2 years ago. And, the conference games are always tough. You're familiar with them. Coach Blau does a great job there. He's had a lot of success every stop he's had. So, and their defense is very good. Their defense is really carried over from the last staff, same D coordinator. They're very well coached and play very hard on defense. They really impressed me how they defended, Cal in that first game. So it's going to be a great challenge, and we're not easing into conference at all. I think we're playing, one of the better teams we'll play all year right away in this first game. And you got to go on the road as well, which we're used to. This will be our 4th road game in the first 5 weeks, so we got to embrace that. And it's going to be a little warm out there in Davis. Thankfully, they made it a night game for us to cool it down a little bit, but we'll be ready to go on Saturday night.
Ahead, Eli Gilman's big day catapulted him into the Montana record books and earned him the title of Big Sky Offensive Player of the Week. It was a career day for running back Eli Gilman, who rushed for 175 yards and a touchdown in that comeback win over Western Carolina. Eli, you earned Offensive Player of the Week honors for the Big Sky Conference for the first time after that performance. How does it feel?
It felt great. I got a text message the day before that I was going to get it, and I was kind of surprised, but it also feels kind of cool to get something like that.
You averaged a first down every time you touched the ball on Saturday, 12 and a half yards per carry. How difficult is that to accomplish as a running back?
It's difficult just at this, like in any game, kind of just because of how high the competition is in Division I football. But my line did a really good job all day of making holes for me and the rest of my team. So, they were doing a great job. So, I got to do mine too. And 10 yards plus was just what kept coming out of it.
You mentioned your offensive line. That was your second straight 100-yard game. What do you want to say to your O-line for helping you get triple digits in back-to-back weeks?
I mean, they're amazing. Like, they're the only reason I'm getting anything out of it. So, I mean, they don't get enough credit from anybody, really. So, I mean, I'm going to keep giving it to them because they deserve it.
Your offensive player of the week had a career week, as I already mentioned. However, Montana's overall ground game has been impressive, combining for 759 yards in the last 2 games. Why are you guys so successful at running the ball in the last few weeks?
We're just kind of just staying detailed to what we're good at. And I mean, during practice, we just talk about getting pushed off the line of scrimmage and then running backs finishing through contact and falling forward. And then we tie all those things together, it just results in good things, obviously. And I mean, we're just getting more confident in our run game, and our running backs are seeing the holes our own linemen are doing, and we're just gaining more chemistry as the season goes on. So I think we're going to continue to be dominant in the running game aspect.
Currently, you're the leading rusher in the Big Sky Conference with 456 yards and 6 touchdowns. Conference play starts this weekend. How do you build on that, knowing that there will be a target on your back come Saturday?
I'm just gonna keep doing what we're good at, keep doing what I'm good at, and then just keep trusting the process. Because I mean, even if there is a target, as long as I stick to what I'm good at, and the line's gonna stick to what they're good at, I still think we're gonna come out just as dominant as we have been.
You are only 4 games into your sophomore season. You currently rank 20th in Grizzly history in career rushing yards with 1,489, close to 1,500 rushing yards. You're 13 on Montana's all-time touchdown leader list with 19 career touchdowns. How much more do you have in the tank?
I got a lot left, and I guess it's just something we gotta wait and see. But I mean, I'm not striving to break records. I'm just striving to win each game and do what I can to help my team out.
Big Sky fans have heard of Louis the Lumberjack. Coming up, I'll introduce you to his out-of-this-world companion.
We've all heard of astronauts, but have you heard of Astrojacks? It's Northern Arizona's newest alternate identity, which is debuting this fall. It'll be featured across 6 different games for 4 different sports throughout the academic year. The Astrojack brand will include new uniforms and fun theme nights for fans. Plus, Louis the Lumberjack is getting a cosmic companion. Meet Louis the Space Ox.
Flagstaff has such a rich history of astronomy and being an important place. Back in 2001, Flagstaff was named the world's first international dark sky city, protecting light pollution to make sure that stargazers from all over the world can come to Flagstaff and see an unreal starscape, no matter where you're at in the city. We were the founding place of Pluto. And literally, we've had astronauts train to walk on the moon out in our cinders, out on the east side of town. So there's so much history. There's so much pride in Flagstaff's place within astronomy that we thought that this was just a very, very clear-cut way for us to be able to celebrate that pride as well.
How many times will we see the Astrojacks across NAU sports this academic year?
The Astrojacks will land in Flagstaff 6 different times, first of which will feature soccer. And we thought that it was very important to have soccer be our leading Astrojack night. It will be our only outdoor venue. It actually, serendipitously ended up being on a full moon night as well. Then we will take volleyball on October 17th. As part of our homecoming weekend as well. And then the Astrojacks will return for women's basketball in late January and then be rounded out for men's basketball in late February.
Alex, obviously the uniforms are a big draw of the Astrojacks. What other events will be surrounding these games for fans to enjoy?
Each one of our programs, again, soccer, volleyball, women's basketball, and men's basketball, will all have custom alternate uniforms. Our partners with Game One and Adidas have been phenomenal throughout to be able to provide that. With all of those sport programs as well, too, with those uniforms, we're going to be auctioning off those uniforms, those game-worn uniforms after the Astrojacks night. Marketing and fan engagement are kind of chomping at the bit at all the different possibilities to put on a show that is engaging. Having some different creative things from a totally space-themed music playlist. We're partnering and continuing our smartphone light show pregame that we do for football, and we're doing a crowd constellation light show with fans' smartphones at the halftime of soccer match, at the intermission break for volleyball. We're doing all sorts of different partnerships with our Department of Astronomy and Planetary sciences here on campus. They're going to have a telescope out at a few of our games. They're going to have some tabling out. And all sorts of just different fun giveaways, but really just trying to take a look at how we can produce and promote these AstroJack games in a completely different way and give our fans truly a one-of-a-kind experience.
This Week in Big Sky Football is taking off for a quick break. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to This Week in Big Sky Football. I'm your host, Megan Robinson. Conference play has commenced for all fall sports. Here's a look at what's going on around the Big Sky. Montana soccer wrapped up non-conference play with a perfect 6-0 record at South Campus Stadium after taking down Boise State 2-0. They'll open their Big Sky season Sunday at home against NAU. Eastern Washington's Chloe Pattison enters Big Sky play with a hot foot. The Eagles forward has 8 goals in the last 7 games against non-conference opponents. Reigning Big Sky champs Weber State started their volleyball conference play with a victory over NAU. The Wildcats' win snapped a 5-match win streak for the Lumberjacks. NAU's Danny Torres competed in the ITA All-American Championships this past weekend in Tulsa. The Lumberjack was the lone representative for the Big Sky Conference at the prestigious event. Finally, for the second consecutive week, Northern Colorado's Regina Mpagachi has claimed an individual title on the women's cross-country circuit, earning her second consecutive Big Sky Conference Women's Runner of the Week award. That's what happened this week around the Big Sky. With me now is Craig Haley of Stats Performing the Analyst. Craig, Big Sky Conference play officially kicks off this weekend. There have been some exciting non-conference games for lots of Big Sky schools. Who has impressed you the most thus far?
Wow, Megan. I mean, 6 teams in the top 25 poll. I mean, there's a lot of candidates. I would have to say Idaho, of course. I mean, you can make a case that they're the number 1 team in the nation just because of the results they've had against their opponents. 2 FBS games, an FBS win. They're the only FCS team to have 2 top 25 wins, UAlbany and Abilene Christian. I mean, definitely the Vandals for the most impressive.
We'll start with offense. Who would be your Big Sky offensive player of the first 4 games?
Eli Gilman has been lights out, 10 yards a carry, leads the nation in that. Efton Chisholm at Eastern Washington's, probably the best receiver in the nation. But Lan Larison just stands out to me, just his versatility in the way he makes defenses just concentrate at all times on him. He'd be my pick right now.
Defensively, you were just raving about the Idaho defense, but if you had to pick one player in the Big Sky, not necessarily a Vandal, who would you pick for defensive MVP in non-conference play?
Well, it would be a Vandal. Megan, I'd probably go, Keyshawn James Newby. All those sacks. I mean, 7 sacks leads the conference. All the yards he forces teams backwards. Forced fumbles in the FBS games. Definitely James Newby. I just think he's been a difference maker on a defense with standouts all around.
Let's pick some games for the Big Sky. We'll start with number 8 Montana heading to Cheney to face Eastern Washington. Who are you taking in this game?
Well, it's the 50th meeting with Eastern Washington, and Montana certainly leads the series decisively, but they haven't won on the red turf. I mean, 6 attempts. And that includes that 2010 game, which is the unveiling of the red turf at Eastern Washington. I'd have to think that the Grizz get it done here, but boy, the Eagles just, get ready for this game. So I think it could be a track meet. I think the Grizz kind of gets it done.
Moving on to 10th ranked Sac State. The defense has not allowed a point since the 4th quarter of their week 2 matchup with Fresno State. They're heading to NAU to face a Lumberjack team that has looked pretty good through the first 4 weeks. Who are you taking in that one?
That's a phenomenal stat to be able to do that. I think you have to like Sac State here. Sacramento State's on a roll with their defense, and I think you have to like them getting it done here.
Finally, it is our game of the week. It is the Stats Perform FCS National Game of the Week. Idaho Vandals heading down to UC Davis for that top 25 matchup. The Idaho Vandals defense versus reigning Big Sky Offense Player of the Year, Lan Larison. So many storylines in this game. Craig, who are you taking?
I think this game has led up to being the one for UC Davis at home. I mean, obviously they set that attendance record at the stadium last week. Somehow, I think UC Davis gets it done, even though it's a risky pick because Idaho has just been, as I said, maybe the best team in the FCS.
Craig, we will see. I am so excited for that game. And of course, you'll be back mid-season for FCS All-In mid-season show. Can't wait to talk more FCS football with you then. A top 25 matchup, the first official weekend of Big Sky Conference play. Can't really ask for anything better. Thanks so much for joining me for another episode of This Week in Big Sky Football. I'm your host, Megan Robinson. I'll see you all next week.